How about you?
Yeah, plane was maybe half an hour. Mine was half an hour later. So I had a very interesting seat companion between Tulsa and Dallas. A young woman on her way to Nashville, and she had, boy, did she have a saga, and she wanted to talk. So it was a very interesting. Very interesting thing.
Yeah, great networking though. Meeting people from all over.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So I said, well, I was going to get you to point that out, but yeah. You doing all right? Good.
Yeah, I just sort of realized we got stuff together.
This is the plan. Right, so they sent you a letter.
We sold actually text industry, and he wanted to know if we were
So what's your plan? Is there anything outside of the
So I said, well, we're scheduled at a meeting. And I said that I would take tonight that's 3 weeks. We should potentially move our schedule
Worthwhile.
to Tuesday. Because he's always been doing it. Must be.
Hey, how are you? Good, good. How are you?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to go. I mean, I can go with that.
I'm fine.
Cool. I'd like to come.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, we can.
It's so interesting, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
You know, this is what I used to say when I was in control. If you
I
have,
really want to. I mean, we reached out.
just pick a number, just say 25 citizens
So I really like to do it.
who have separate interactions with the
So
same.
I'll say something.
So I don't paint a picture, so, right? Like that don't paint a picture, that's just common, that's a humanity,
I can do
issue.
Now, this is late. It's November the
But
6th.
you don't, you don't have to
Late.
sell
It's up.
No, it's not urgent. I just realized, just think of
Yeah.
stuff that we
Let's
just
do
not
8
talked
o'clock
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
6th. Can you do that? And,
Right, because then you're outside the window, that's another.
because I mean, I already the minutes.
You technically have 30 days from the 8th, but then the 20th, you come, actually you'd be over. Because today.
You sure ain't nothing pressing? We need to meet up before then?
It is not urgent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get it out.
So definitely not 3 meetings or start clock.
I mean, we got, I mean, we have stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's supposed to be 30, no more than 40 days from submission. So,
Yeah, he was here yesterday. Yeah, he left out last night. Tomorrow.
how'd you get, is that a different one?
Good. Some year we should go.
Do you have anything on it to track it?
It is really.
Okay.
8 o'clock, 6. We're either gonna cry or we're gonna or maybe neither one. I may not know the result.
Right.
You know, she wasn't there that night. That would have been.
I got you, Bob. Thank you for saying something.
Both of them, moving. And we'll see, somebody or other might have been.
Last thing I wanted to do was this.
Young lady, haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Mike Miller. Captain over there. I'm the public information officer. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, well, welcome to the board.
When I saw everybody saying they're hopping on Zoom.
Yeah, I didn't figure we'd have to. Now we get Zoom, we won't get too many people here. Not for no special meeting anyway. Bob said he wants to move the meeting up from the 20th to the 13th because a council person wants us to come and present. But he's gonna bring it right. I told him I don't care either way. Because it'll be the only one that month. So it don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
So if you wanna bring it up.
We're going to be in another jail.
I mean, it's gonna cost a ton of money just for Michael Jackson, and it should.
Yeah.
And it should. I don't begrudge those families those. And then,
Is this, hey Shannon, is this this is the only
and you
agenda
get the
item,
Lake
right?
County prosecutors saying that
It's the only
what's his
agenda
name,
item, right?
who was fired was okay with that. You know, he's a kid. He was the one who fired at the kid. And is what the cop did
Yeah,
criminal?
I'm just gonna go by, I'm gonna go right in, we're gonna do the call to order, we're gonna roll call it,
I mean, don't.
yeah, all
I
that's
bet he
it.
gets reinstated. I'll bet an arbitrator reinstates him.
Yep, that's it.
He's gonna get this.
I mean, that's
No,
just
no, we're
that
in and
whole
out,
arbitration.
absolutely.
I mean, you know, really.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to a special meeting of the Akron Citizens Police Oversight Board for October 23rd, 2024. I'll begin by doing a roll call. Gippin?
Here.
Peoples?
Here.
Castle?
Here.
Boyd is here. Jones? We're in our roll call. Oh, got it. All righty. We'll start it over.
Shannon, do you admit people? Do you admit people?
Where's the report?
Hello?
Evening, gentlemen. How are you?
They haven't started yet.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, everyone in the chamber can. So we want to be muted.
Go in your Zoom, click on this, and change the room.
How are you doing? No problem, no problem.
All right, good evening again, everyone, and welcome to a special meeting of the Akron Citizens Police Oversight Board for October the 23rd, 2024, and we'll open it up with roll call. So if all of our board members who might be on Zoom, if you can unmute your mics, I'm going to roll call it with Ms. Anaskevich. Mr. Gippen?
Here.
Mr. Peoples? Here. Ms. Castle?
Here.
Mr. Boyd is here. Mr. Costa? Ms. Richards? Ms. Jones? And Ms. Anaskevich? All right, we are all here. And Ms. Hawkins? Thank you. Did I get Ms. Anaskevich? Okay. I can't yet. Thank you.
Someone try.
So I think, Shannon, we can hear it from your computer. I just don't think it's
Yeah.
the sound is
Is there a microphone?
Yeah, I got you as present, but you're just coming in over Shannon's computer. But I heard you, and I put you down as present, Ms. Anaskevich. Oh, I can see you. Yes. So let's take a moment, because the main thing on our agenda is Mr. Fennell's report out of a use of force report, so I want to make sure that we can hear him clearly. Mr. Fennell, you're present, correct? We're going to take a minute because nobody's echoing throughout chambers, but we can hear you say that you're here from Shannon's laptop, so we're going to give it a second to get our sound within chambers corrected. I wonder.
Is somebody trying to enter the meeting? I see a thing up at the top. It's like a request to enter. Enjoy most?
Which workshop?
Well, or just in general? It didn't seem like there was a lot to really do.
Yeah. Your presentation, did you sit down?
Mr. Fennell, could you speak for a second?
What's that?
There was one of the NBA games that was really good as well.
Go to that. Was that good?
It was awesome.
I blew off that afternoon.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
There's more to Chicago. I mean, it was in Chicago last year, and there was a lot. They've been at this for decades, and it's just, I think it's not as good as portrayal in practice.
Well, they, imply, hey, we still have a long way to go. We have a lot of issues.
I was just making sure you got home.
I was impressed with their charter, though.
I'll call you back. Okay.
with the New York folks? From, is Albany, Rochester, and the city? We had a panel.
What did they present on?
Just generally what all's happening with their.
Oh, yeah, they were kind of dry.
Oh, really? I thought it was.
You thought it was good?
This was very, to me, it was practice.
It was,
It
yeah.
really good.
It was more research and database, which is, I guess, good.
Well, they just won't be allowed to speak.
I'm just gonna turn the microphone on.
Okay, my screen just went blank. Can you guys still hear me or see me?
Yes.
I can see you, Donzella.
Okay, and I can see you, but I can't see the chambers. And now,
Let's see what this sounds like.
I
Go
just
ahead.
unplugged it to
I just see
see.
her name.
Okay, can you hear me?
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can
Turn
hear
off the
you.
video.
yeah, I think so.
I just got him on my phone.
So you want to run it through your phone?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're the main event tonight, brother. So.
All right. I'll make it as brief as possible. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, now I see Anthony. I don't see Chambers though.
Yeah, there we go.
No. Now we see.
Okay.
Let me turn my speakers off.
He's coming through.
How's that?
You got him?
Okay, I'm coming through now.
I can hear you, Anthony. I don't know if they can in Chambers.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So you got everybody. You heard Donzel and heard myself.
Yes, Ms. Fresnel, we're ready for your report.
Okay, outstanding. Thank you everyone for making the time to come out this evening. I'll make this as brief as possible. You should have received copies of our biweekly auditor report. So I won't go through all of that. There should be copies made available for the public as well. But I did want to touch on a use of force review that I had completed, and this incident happened in June, on June 25th. It involved a couple of officers that stopped a man on a bicycle. They observed him traveling and make a couple traffic infractions on his bicycle. So they pulled him over. And while he was pulled over and they were checking for his identification, he fled from them on his bicycle. Um, One officer gave chase on foot, and during his foot pursuit, he deployed his taser twice at the gentleman on the bicycle. Both times he failed to make contact, and the uh, other officer had jumped back in the cruiser and was able to give chase, picking up the first officer, and eventually they caught up with the gentleman on the bicycle who had a bicycle malfunction, and so he stopped and surrendered and was taken into custody without any further incident. Um, APD's investigation determined that the use of force, specifically the taser, was objectively reasonable. I disagree with that. When you look at the TASER policy, which is called the Conducted Energy Weapon Procedure, it's APD Directive P-2023-057. In Section 3 of that procedure, subsection 5A, deployment, it states that special consideration should be used when the officer has a reasonable belief that deployment may cause serious injury or death from situational hazards. Then goes on to give an example of including falling, drowning, or igniting a potentially explosive or flammable material or substance, except when deadly force would be justified. So in this instance, deadly force was not an option, it was not justified. The gentleman was fleeing while riding his bicycle, which would create a reasonable belief that had the tasers connected, he would have sustained serious injury from falling while entangled in a bicycle. And he was riding a bicycle on a sidewalk that was uneven in various spaces, and there were poles and trees along the easement between the sidewalk and the street. So for those reasons, I have issued a recommendation, a couple of recommendations. That one, that the disposition involving the officer be changed from objectively reasonable to not objectively reasonable, and that they take appropriate disciplinary action as warranted by such a disposition, and that the CPOB, APD, and Office of Independent Police Auditor work together to review and amend APD Directive P-2023-057, Conducted Energy Weapon Procedure, which was effective February 22nd, 2023. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I was the member who was at the review committee meeting. I don't forget the date. We reviewed this. I was entirely satisfied with Mr. Fennell's recommendation, and I'd like to move that we approve it.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. We'll roll call vote. Let's go. Anaskevich,
Yes.
Gippin,
Yes.
Peebles,
Yes.
Castle,
Yes.
Richards. Miss Richards,
She,
She's giving you the thumbs up, saying yes.
okay. Hawkins,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Boyd, yes. Motion passes.
and thank you. I'll forward appropriate paperwork to the mayor and council.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fennell. Ms. Fennell, is there anything else?
Like I said, I submitted the auditor report that outlines the number of cases we've looked at since our last meeting and activities we've taken. We can reserve further comment on that till the next meeting if the board desires, but I have no further comment related to this case.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Fennell. Are there any additional comments by any of the board members?
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Gippin?
Mr. Chairman, more by way of announcement, but governance will meet a week from tonight on the 30th at, well, I don't know whether we're going to combine with community engagement, but it'll be at 5:30, possibly earlier, 5:30 for governance, as usual at a library branch to be determined. We'll be continuing the intensive discussion we had at the last meeting about how to approach a recommendation on use of force. Okay. And if I might, Mr. Chairman, concerning the next meeting of the board, I believe it would have been, now is scheduled for November 20th, had a request from Councilman Bolden, 8th Ward, for certainly Mr. Fennell, I suppose myself, and others to present at his monthly 8th Ward meeting, which is exactly at the time we meet, November 20th at 6 o'clock. So, Mr. Chairman, I wonder, in fact, I guess I'd move, if that's appropriate, that we have our next regular meeting or full business meeting on the 13th rather than the 20th so that we can accommodate Mr. Bolden's ward meeting.
Okay, I got a second?
Second.
Discussion. I tell you right now, Ms. Gibbon, I don't have a problem with the 13th. I think that a part of our community engagement approach, I think it is within, I think it's something that we should do, is go over to his board meeting, all that can, and present, even if it's just Mr. Fennell or Mr. Gippin. I think our presence would be valuable to be there. Anybody else have any discussion about moving our next meeting, because remember, we're only meeting once a month, from the 20th through the 13th, so that we can accommodate Councilman Bowman's request for us to present at his board meeting?
I don't have a
No, I
problem.
don't.
Oh, no, I was just wondering if we could just then pinpoint the next meeting, which would be for December. So are we going to then go back to the third Wednesday, just so we can all put it on our calendars?
Yes, it will be the third Wednesday after this, absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Yes, you're welcome.
So that would be December what? That Christmas
December the
week?
18th would be the one after the 13th of November.
Okay.
All right, are we ready to move to a vote? All right, I'll roll call vote this one. Anaskevich?
Yes.
Gippin?
Yes.
Peoples?
Yes.
Castle?
Yes.
Richards?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Boyd, yes. So the motion passes. We will have, Hawkins, I'm sorry.
Yes.
So, excuse me, Ms. Hawkins, forgive me for that, please.
You're forgiven.
Thank you. I need all the grace I can get. So the meeting for November, the third meeting, the third Wednesday in November will be moved from the 20th through the 13th, but we'll continue with the third Wednesday of every month hereafter. So the next one will be December the 18th after the meeting on the 13th. All right. Anything else from anybody? Any board members, any further comments?
No.
If not, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, everyone, have a great evening, and thank you for coming to our special meeting. God bless you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Well,
That's you
bye-bye.
too.